Good afternoon. My name is Sam Christensen, and today I will be presenting alongside Demetrius Jones and Tanner Morrell. Our presentation will offer insight into determining cultural issues likely to be encountered by employees going to work in China from the United States. I will specifically go over the problems we found in this debacle and also certain limitations we faced while writing and researching the report. Demetrius will then talk about the strategies, decision-making processes, and the conclusion. Tanner will then add info on certain governmental differences that may cause some turbulence to the American worker. To begin, we must first look at the problem. Recently, there has been a spike in American workers going overseas to enter the workforce in China. Many don't see deeper into the switch and are often hit with a rude awakening upon arriving. The Chinese culture is much different from the United States culture, and these differences take a lot of getting used to. It is also important for workers to recognize these differences to make sure they continue to have success in business. Determining these certain cultural issues right off the bat will allow for a more smooth transition into the Chinese workforce, and not being humiliated will allow for a more confident, more successful business and business practice. There are a lot of little things to keep in mind when going to work in China from the United States, and although they may only be little things, making sure to identify them can make a world of difference. Going to work in a different country can be a very difficult task, especially when that country's culture is completely different and complex as the one that is in China. Like any report, there were certain limitations that we faced during our research. One of the biggest challenges that we faced and thought was a big problem was not physically being able to go to China and see these problems and cultural differences firsthand. There's nothing that compensates like firsthand knowledge that you can gain, but we felt that the research that we did online and also in different web articles and journals was sufficient enough to make this report a success. We hope that by reading our report and seeing certain cultural differences in China from the United States, that people across the business world will become more successful in their transition to China, and also be able to have a more smooth transition from when going from the United States over to work in China. Thank you.